us, motivates us, and most certainly challenges us to match its pace and keep us moving forwards. And I'm going to be honest with you, I absolutely love the energy this city brings us, but most of the time, I'm kind of running off adrenaline. But there are also times when I go home, I go back to my place, and I wish that I could just leave the stress, leave the excitement, and leave everything behind and sort of just be. And this, ladies and gents, is exactly how Fakhruddin Properties approaches the creation of living spaces. Each development focuses on sustainability, wellness, and integrated smart living systems to create homes where every element conspires to restore what modern life sometimes depletes. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight's immersive journey will awaken senses that sometimes gets numbed. It will remind you that true luxury isn't all about accumulation, but sometimes it's about subtraction. And if you're wondering what I mean mean to remove the unnecessary distractions and excesses of modern life and return to an elevated sense of being where connection, nature, and calm are built into the fabric of everyday life. Now, ladies and gents, this isn't just a normal real estate launch where we're talking about the floor plans and the payment schemes and the money. I'm going to get to those details a little bit later on, okay? But this is because I'd like to get straight into this incredible opportunity, which is the main reason why we all gather here tonight. For now, this is an invitation to experience Treppan Serenique residences and to know what home could really feel like when it's designed to help you be your best, healthiest, and just really try to connect to yourself. To begin this exploration of conscious living, it's my absolute honor to welcome onto the stage someone whose vision has always reached beyond conventional boundaries, and a leader who understands that true development starts with human well-being. So please join me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming onto the stage the CEO of Fakhruddin Properties. It's Mr. Yusuf Fakhruddin. Let's put our hands together.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Hamidan wa Musalliyan. I've always believed that environments shape our destiny. Not in some abstract way, but in a simple truth that we become what our spaces allow us to become. A balancing act of nurture and nature. Place a bench under a tree, and neighbors become friends. Design kitchens that open up to living spaces, and families enjoy and share more than a meal. But if you build towers without community and community spaces, you've engineered loneliness into the architecture itself. For too long, our industry has mastered the art of building structures while forgetting to build lives. When our family founded Fakhruddin Properties, we made a promise. We will not construct residences, but we will build lives. Because a residence without infrastructure for a well-being is like a garden without water. It may look perfect on day one, but it cannot thrive. Take something as simple as purified air, clean air. Why should purified air only be limited to one room? At Treppan Living, every breath within our walls is filtered and monitored with real-time data visible on your phone. Or think of a home that just doesn't react. It thinks, feels, and responds. A space that senses, learns, and cares. A home with a soul. At Treppan Living, intuition is built into design. It understands your rhythm. Imagine returning to home, to a space that prepares itself for you. Air conditioning sets automatically to perfect climate even before you step in. As you arrive through the parking or the ground floor, using the facial recognition access, your elevator is prepared for your advance, ready for your arrival, and the lights in your home, in your apartment, are gently moderated for you. A perfectly orchestrated arrival experience. Or take another scenario of an elderly person, a parent who is alone at home, sitting too long in the balcony. The home gently checks in and alerts the family if there is no response. This isn't about smart homes. These homes are emotionally intelligent. Homes that feel alive, warm, and deeply human. And sustainability, so often framed as sacrifice, becomes effortless. Imagine refill stations for premium, personal and home hygiene, eco-safe products, beautiful, refillable containers, zero plastic waste. Luxury and sustainability finally in concert. This is our philosophy. Wellness shouldn't be an individual struggle. It should be a collective standard. Centralized, hydrogenated, organically mineralized water on tap. No bottle, no microplastics. Smart tech that connects, not isolates. Helping neighbors connect, parents meet, and communities thrive. At Treppan Living, we've engineered an ecosystem that cares, nudges, prompts, encourages, and rewards healthier and sustainable living through its empathic AI technology. This isn't futurism. It's functional living, and it's profitable. Because sustainability isn't a cost center, it's a value multiplier. Our brokers report that these innovations don't just differentiate our projects, they resonate deeply with buyers seeking purpose-driven community, translating vision into value. That's the real equation. People, planet, profits, and in that order. When you design for human wellness, environmental health follows. When you respect both, prosperity becomes inevitable. In our latest project, Treppan Serenique, located in Dubai Islands, we've taken the concept of wellness to another level, integrating biohacking and longevity technologies once reserved for elite clinics into everyday life. Here, residents experience a resort-like living, a lifestyle in a strategic location, 90 seconds from the beach, minutes away from downtown, Dubai Airport, and the city's key attraction. By the grace of the Almighty, Fakhruddin Properties has grown into one of Dubai's most trusted names because we build more than homes. We build trust, connections, and well-being. This year is the year of community, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan has declared 2026 the year of family. A profound vision emphasizes that future belongs to communities that care. And communities that care become family. At Fakhruddin, we are building those environments where technology serves intimacy and sustainability shapes destiny. The old question was, profit or purpose? Today, we know there are two sides of the same coin. Because the healthiest communities are the most valuable, and the most sustainable path is the most profitable one. Welcome to Treppan Living by Fakhruddin Properties, delivering an ecosystem of wellness, sustainability enabled by technology. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and, of course, keep the round of applause going for our CEO, Mr. Yusuf Fakhruddin, for those incredible, insightful words as well. Thank you so, so much. Now, ladies and gents, it's now time to welcome a much-loved figure of Indian television onto the stage, a woman whose personal health journey has created a wellness revolution. She's a herbalist as well who sees medicine in day-to-day food and an advocate who champions health and wellness. A biohacker as well who understands that sustainable living begins with sustaining ourselves first. Her philosophy aligns completely with tonight's vision, spaces that don't just house our lives, but actively participate in our healing as well. So ladies and gents, please join me in welcoming a pioneering wellness advocate and entrepreneur. It's Megha Gupta. Let's put our hands together for Megha Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Georgia, thank you so much for the lovely introduction. I think it's nice to be reminded of how far I've come once in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Megha, and welcome to today's event. Standing here, I somehow feel an immediate sense of calm, care, intention, and vision. I was talking to some people from Wizcraft Dubai, people who've brought this beautiful event together, and they were telling me that this has been the most beautiful event that they've brought together in terms of energy. And you know, that's what Fakhruddin Builders are about. That right there says something about this institution. It genuinely moves me that a company is thinking so deeply about the well-being of people who live in their homes. I want to begin with something personal. I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes about 8 years ago. Nobody in my family, not my mother's side, not my father's side, had diabetes. It was stress-induced. My father passed away overnight in your neighboring country, Muscat, Oman. We were there for 17 years. I'm a GCC kid. And it happened quite overnight. 2 months later, my mother got diagnosed with breast cancer stage 2. 2 years of taking care of all of this led to my pancreas shutting down on me. I did not know then what grief management was, what nervous system regulation was, what stress management was. My diagnosis was at an HbA1c of 17.8%, if you're familiar with that language. I spent the next few years a little lost, a little confused, a little angry at God, playing victim. And then I started biohacking. I started biohacking my life. I started listening to all the podcasts possible, reading all the books, doing various healing modalities. You name it, I did it. And I brought my HbA1c down single-handedly to about 5.8 now. I got certifications in pranic healing, herbalism, back flower therapy, animal communication. I'm a certified yoga teacher. I learned all of this while I was healing myself. So the point here is, do we really need to wait for something to happen to us to take steps that are important? Dubai as a city amplifies dreams. At the same time, it drains you. It drains your nervous system. You don't even realize it, but chip by chip, slowly, it eats into your system. Fakhruddin Builders is not just a visionary, but it is compassionate. They're not just building homes, but sanctuaries. Spaces where the nervous system can actually finally relax, where the nervous system can actually finally come home. I have this presentation here which I made when I was in India, and then I got the opportunity to spend a lot of time in the last day and a half with the team. And I realized that whatever I know, this institution is way bigger than that. These are my personal biohacking stacks. I do my morning sun, lymphatic drainage. I use my brand oils called the Golden Empress oils, skincare, all of this, the sauna, all of these go without saying. Fakhruddin Builders in their institution have the hot plunge, the cold plunge, the flotation, the Himalayan salt brick sauna, the red light therapy, the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, cryotherapy. Now there's a reason why I'm not going into the details of the benefits of all of this. I will leave that to the experts that are here today, and they will be explaining this, so I'm not going to take up your time talking about them. The point is, Fakhruddin Builders is slowly but surely bridging the gap between ambition and well-being, between high performance and high quality life. I've traveled the world teaching people how to biohack their lives, how to love their bodies deeply, and focus not just on performance, but on peace as well. I can say this with all honesty. If I ever move to Dubai, which feels incredibly possible at this point of time, I wouldn't just choose these homes. I would choose these homes, and I would choose this energy. I'd be honored to support you month after month with a good mix of Indian healing ancient modalities, along with what Fakhruddin Builders have to bring on board. I'm so grateful for you to be building homes that are not just body and breath, but the most important thing, the soul. Thank you very much.
Maker, thank you so much for that insightful session. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we deserve to put our hands together. Miss Maker Gupta, let's give her a massive round of applause. Now, tonight, we invite you to step away from thoughts of square footage and ocean views and explore a very special space, okay? A space so vast that sometimes we actually get lost in it, and a space so rich with personal meaning that we sometimes take it for granted. So what is space, ladies and gentlemen? Have a little think about that. What does space really mean to you? It's a vast universe of our mind, capable of amazing connections, infinite ideas, and rich memories. But the door in our inner mind often gets lost of the noise that everyday life brings us, right? So now it is time for a little bit of quiet self-reflection. This is an unguided journey into your inner self. Through the ancient vibrations of sound, we unlock the vast potential of what the mind is really capable of, more than what we think, I presume. And there's something you need to expect to find a comfortable pose. So this is all you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Find yourself a comfortable pose. No responses required. No participation apart from being here and being present. Let's take the harmonies, wash you through, and finding the space that really needs attention, dissolving what longer needs to be here, enriching the space that fires new ideas to the imagination. Now, to those who don't really know what to expect and are looking behind me thinking, I'm feeling a little bit skeptical here, what is going to happen? Well, you have nothing to lose, okay? Think about it this way, and perhaps actually a lot to gain by tapping into the vast potential of your own mind. So we begin now with a silence that sings. This, ladies and gentlemen, is sound healing by the Sound Masters. Take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling after that, by the way? Did you manage to calm yourself? Feel yourself in the ballroom this evening? Because I definitely did from backstage. Let's give them a massive round of applause. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, healing through thoughts helps us really focus on our energies. And healing through sound really helps us focus on our mind. And now it's time to focus on the environment. The spaces that hold our daily transformations, the walls that witness our wellness, and the homes that support our connections and our communities. And to share the vision of conscious living made tangible, and to tell us a little bit more about this remarkable new development by Fakhruddin Properties and Treppan Living, please join me in welcoming onto the stage Mr. Gibran Bakhoudi. Let's put our hands together. Mr. Gibran Bakhoudi, come and join me to explain a little bit more. Thank you.
What a wonderful crowd. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to take the opportunity to start with what we are not changing, we are choosing. Again, what we are not changing, we are choosing. When we change our life for the better, we live a better lifestyle. The best way to live a good life is with family, friends, creating memories and moments. These are things that we cherish, things that we live for. Being able to provide a true meaning of elevated lifestyle is when health is at the forefront and wellness is in your surroundings. If you provide something that changes your life for the better, you have done justice for yourself. When you provide a better living, healthier lifestyle for you and your loved ones, you've done your duty and obligation. Imagine not having to travel to escape, but rather come home. To arrive to a true sense of harmony, a place where health, wellness, longevity, technology, sustainability are effortlessly in practice by just living. Being able to provide all of this to the ones that you love without having to seek this place on the globe, but rather come home. A place where it's yours, a place you own, and at the same time, providing the best quality of your life is the true meaning of lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, health is the true wealth, and life and style is the real lifestyle. Today, we are the only ones who can provide all of this in a place that you will proudly call your home. I'd like to take this wonderful opportunity to introduce Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Aldrin to come on stage to give us a deeper dive into what it is that we are doing. A revolutionary time for the development industry, something that is completely unparalleled to anything that is available on the market today. Ladies and gentlemen, health, wealth, longevity, your lifestyle, your future, your family. Mr. Nicholas.
Thank you, Mr. Gibran. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I'm privileged to be here today to tell you about Treppan Living. Okay? Treppan Living has 3 pillars: wellness, technology, sustainability. And that's all put together with the ethos of Treppan Living. Wellness. Wellness is about a place where you feel it's safe, it's a sanctuary. Wellness is about physical, about mental, and about spiritual health. That's what wellness is all about. And here at Fakhruddin Properties, we build that into every project. Every Treppan Living project takes care of these things with carefully curated amenities strategically placed around the project. All across the project on Treppan Serenique, we have multiple amenities, biohacking corners. We have running tracks taking you through oxygen parks. We have meditation pods. We have many, many things to make you feel well and to make you feel calm and make you feel spiritually connected to the community. Sustainability. Sustainability is a big part of our lives. We throw away so many things. At Fakhruddin Properties, we're giving you hydrogenated, ionized, alkaline, mineralized, organically mineralized water in your home with a touch of a tap, on demand. No more plastic bottles. This is there for you in your home. No more microplastics that you're inhaling every day in your everyday buying of your bottles of water, carrying it from the supermarket. It's there, it's in your home. We also have waste management within the building. We throw so much away. 90% of the building waste, we're going to recycle it within the building. So we're going to take your wet waste from your food and we're going to make it into a product that we can use in and around the community. We're going to waste nothing. We want you to be able to reduce the things that you throw away. We want you to reuse. Within the building, we will have refilling stations. So you can go and fill your hygiene, your personal care products, you can go and fill them up. You can use the same bottle. You don't have to throw the bottle away. How many bottles, deodorant sprays, how many things do we throw away every day? And that all goes to landfill. When that goes to landfill, that's a big problem because we can't just keep putting things in landfill. So we're going to reuse it. And we're going to reward you for reusing. When you do any wellness activities, we're going to reward you for your wellness activities. Also, air. Air is one of the things. We don't have air, we're not here. We have air, so we purify the air, not just in your apartment, but in the whole building. We're using smart air handling with UV. We're also using Aeroside, which is a technology that was developed by NASA. When you're sending astronauts into space, you cannot have bacteria, allergens in the air. And this is what we're using in Treppan Living Properties. Energy. The energy that we use every day and we consume every day, we're using LED, we're using solar power. And through the technology of what we're using within the building, we can use AI as well. Technology. This sustainability side, the wellness side, all comes together under the umbrella of technology. How? Everybody in this room has a mobile phone. And that is your command center. That is your tool for your home, for your family. You can check on them. The AI technology is there in your apartment. If somebody's sat on the balcony, a door's left open, and you've got a child in the building, it will alert you to that fact. It will also be a control that tells you everything about your apartment because it's going to learn everything about you and what you do. So basically, that wellness that you've been doing every day when you've been going to the gym, you're being rewarded because you collect points. And that wellness means you can use the greenhouse cafe that we have on site, where you can go and join friends and family and all come together. And when you go, you will see the hydroponic farm and you will be able to buy your own fruit and vegetables there and then and use your points to do it. Just because you went to the gym, just because you took a run around the track, just because you sat in a meditation pod for half an hour, you've earned points to be able to do these things. And that's what no other developer in Dubai can offer you, but Fakhruddin Properties and Treppan Living can. Seamless access in your navigation systems. You can tell your AI when you're coming home. When you leave the apartment, you don't have to leave the air conditioning on all day because you can use the technology through your air system to basically slow everything down. When you're coming home, we have geofencing. Geofencing is where the car is recognized when it hits a certain radius of the property. When it hits that radius, your air conditioning system comes on. Maybe some lights come on. So when you walk into your home, everything's there, the cool air and everything. We look at every detail within the building. We also use that AI to understand you. And you all here today are seeing something now that nobody has ever seen before in the world. Here in Dubai, in the Mandarin banquet hall, you're seeing a soul for your home. Nobody has ever seen this before. Nobody has ever done this before. And this technology that we're using isn't just something we're talking about. This is in operation. We have buildings that this is in. Facial recognition, biometrics, geofencing, all this is going on now, and we're developing it every single day. So that next property will always be the same as the one coming up, because we can put that same technology into every project. But I'm not going to tell you about a soul from home, because I'm going to let AI do it for me.
This is Treppan Home Soul. Every home, a pattern that tells a story of life, care, and connection. As life flows, Home Soul quietly learns what brings balance. It celebrates progress, not perfection, nudging you just enough to keep the streak. Treppan Home Soul senses what matters beyond walls, the pulse of community, moments of joy sparked by awareness. It connects what you care about and who you care for. A small nudge becomes shared motivation. Wellness turns into belonging. Even your routines become more effortless. Because Home Soul doesn't just automate, it anticipates Treppan. Home Soul isn't just technology, it's empathy made tangible. A home that learns, listens, and lives with you.
And that's why your home with Fakhruddin Properties is more than a home. It is the art of living well. And now I'm going to hand you over to my colleague, Mr. Aldrin, to tell you more about Treppan Serenique. Thank you.
All right, good evening everyone. A big warm welcome to everyone in the house. A loud shout out for making it over here tonight. I'm going to quickly run you guys through the project. I'm not going to take long, but I'm going to run you through what's in it in Treppan Serenique Residences. So as you see, that's the building right here, which is a G+2+12 residential floors. It's just 90 seconds away from the beach, and you can actually go out to the side and you can measure it for yourself, and I've done that for myself. Right? Hence, I'm very confident about what I'm talking about tonight. So, Treppan Serenique Residences, 53 plus thoughtfully curated amenities. So, the man behind the mission, the man of the moment, Yusuf Fakhruddin. Let's hear it for him once again, guys. So, we call it world of amenities, right? And there's a reason why we do that. Far from the hustle of the city and the chaotic the chaotic lives, right? So if you look at the podium, it's a massive podium stretching across 41,000 square feet on the podium level, on the 10th floor, and on the rooftop, a very meticulously designed zones for each of the amenities. I'm going to break that down quickly for all of us. As we move ahead, you look at the wellness retreat. This has been one of my favorite. So in the wellness retreat, we talk about the male spa, female spa, hot and cold plunge, Himalayan salt brick sauna. We talk about the massage beds. We talk about the meditation zone. And last but not the least, the biohacking corner. That's been one of my favorite. I'm sure every single woman in the house tonight is going to love this. What are we looking at? We are looking at the red light therapy, which stimulates your collagen, gives you younger, firmer looking skin, gets rid of your swelling, inflammation, and believe me, this is going to be sitting absolutely free of cost in Treppan Serenique residences. Today, you want to do any of these amenities, you're going to be paying nothing less than 400 dirhams or probably 700 or probably even 900 per session. But here at Fakhruddin Properties, Treppan Serenique Residences, we're going to make it happen for free. We talk about hyperbaric oxygen chamber. All right, let me go back. What example can I give you better than Kim Kardashian? She has one right next to her office, red light therapy. We talk about the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. It's a chamber with pressurized oxygen. Pure oxygen boosts your brain, and it kinds of give you elevating performance. None other than Cristiano Ronaldo. He has one right in his house today. He's at the age of 40, but you see, or you watch him play, he is as good as someone as young as 28 years old. Yes, guys, this is the next level of recovery. A lot of performance-based athletes, they talk or they vouch by this technology. Moving ahead, we have the cryotherapy. How many of us have seen the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning? Tom Cruise, 62, still smashing it, tries to manage all the stunts by himself. Cryotherapy is a therapy that is openly embraced by a lot of celebrities. You know what happens? Sub-zero temperatures, minus 60, minus 90, minus 110 degrees. You get in there, boom, 3 minutes. Total body reset. It innates your healing mechanism, right? And again, this is going to be sitting in Treppan Serenique residences absolutely free of cost. We talk about the flotation spa. The flotation spa, you get in there. We talk about the flotation spa, magnesium salt sitting there at the skin temperature. You get in there, it kind of makes your entire body lethargic, next level of recovery. And we are making it happen. This has been the game changer for Fakhruddin Properties. Longevity. We're all going to need it as we grow old. And you get in there, you don't have to do nothing. You're going to book yourself a slot from the application, and you walk down, someone is going to take care of you. We're going to be having a clinically certified personnel sitting in there managing the entire schedule for you, right? So that's more or less about the biohacking corner. As we move ahead, the nature's embrace. Imagine waking up one early morning, walking down the bamboo oxygen park. We have a densely populated podium with bamboo trees. I am sure you guys know bamboo trees are supposed to be the highest amount of oxygen providing trees. Imagine walking down the greenway while you jog or you walk there. You're breathing in the fresh air, looking at the koi pond, the fishes, the meditation pods, and you can enjoy yourself. What else can I ask for? And this is happening within our amenities. Moving ahead, guys, the aquatic leisure. While the adults are enjoying themselves right at the podium, you have an infinity pool, you have the lounger, you have the aqua gym, and what else can I give you? While you guys are enjoying, we've taken care of your tiny tots and your munchkins. We have a thoughtfully curated kids zone right on the right-hand side of the podium where your kids are going to be entertained really well. We have a kids pool, we have a splash pool, we have a wall climbing activity. We are also looking at something that's been lately asked by a lot of kids. You have the skating loop, right? You go on your hoverboard, you're going to have a good time. We have a sandpit area, we have a play area. Moving ahead, you're looking at an active lifestyle. Now, for a reason we call it an active lifestyle. We could have just named it gym or health. The reason we call it active lifestyle, because if you look at the project itself, sometime back I had my co-workers, my colleagues, my boss speak about this. What is Treppan Living? In one liner, Treppan Living is our own brand that drives sustainability, technology, and wellness across all our projects. So when I speak about the active lifestyle, if you look at the screen sometime back, I'm going to try and play it again. You have the indoor and the outdoor gym. You have the aqua gym. You have the golf courts. You have the gym which is sitting there on the podium. So basically, we are trying to entice people to go ahead, use the amenities, push yourself to keep yourself fit, and accumulate the points on the application. You're going to walk in the greenhouse, you're going to redeem your points, and you're going to get everything for free. Free coffee, free snacks, free organic veggies that's been growing there. A smarter way of enticing people to push them to go to the gym, take care of their health, drive the sustainability by the platform given by Fakhruddin Properties, and enjoy all the perks and benefits. As we move ahead, the social spaces. Now, for a reason, we called it a social spaces again. Today, we all live in apartments. I've been putting up in a building for the last 9 years. I don't know my neighbors, right? But as I mentioned, the reason we have got the organic greenhouse cafe, the amphitheater, or the outdoor gym where you can sit around, mingle around with like-minded people. I'm a footballer. I would probably have a chat or a networking on the application where I can gather a group of people. I can just go and play myself some soccer, right? Or I can lend some coaching classes. So this is exactly what we are pushing through the application as well. Moving ahead, the tranquil spaces. One of my personal favorite, again, on each of the towers, on the 10th floor, we have a private courtyard. Now, no one can randomly walk in there. You will have to book it from the application. You're going to go and enjoy yourself an open grill station. You have a barbecue station. It's an open sky garden, so there's nothing on top, right? And then if you suddenly happen to get a call for your meeting, you can even use those video-enabled conference pods and the meeting pods. So you are enjoying, and at the same time, you can even feel or make yourself feel at home while you're working in the building itself. And the rooftop, we have the sea view infinity pool, we have the loungers, we have the open shower, we have the juice bar. And that is all been there in Treppan Serenique residences. All right, I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to quickly run you guys through the renders. This is exactly what you're going to be getting in the apartment. So everything that you see here tonight is actually going to be present in the property. You're looking at the chandelier, that's Vargov design. There are more than 3 high-end Italian marbles that are sitting on that floor, the massive lobby that you just saw, and the lift lobbies again. So that is the lift lobby for the tower. As we go ahead, these are the renders for the interiors. Please excuse me for the bag. Ladies, you don't get the bag that's sitting there on the couch, but everything else is going to be included in your apartment. I'm talking about the wall cladding, I'm talking about dark curtains, sheer curtains, the TV, the sofa, everything comes in. You book a property with us tonight, it's going to be fully furnished. You just walk in with your loved ones, you walk in with your clothes and your utensils. As I take you further, if you look at this, look at the headboard, but I also want you to look at the wall behind. There's a paneling there, and there's a leather embossed stitching right sitting on that wall. So a very thoughtfully designed apartment with very subtle colors where you can play around with any kind of highlighters or your choice of colors. As we proceed, the bathrooms, we have the Oriental bathtubs and the sinks sitting in here. You're going to be having a console, you're going to be having some inbuilt speakers while you're going to be entertaining yourself while you're soaking in that hot tub. If you look at the mirror, you switch it on and it turns into a TV as well. Now you tell me, which resort on that island or in Dubai is giving you all of this in a residential apartment. And that is exactly what Fakhruddin Properties is doing tonight. These are the renders for the 3 beds, more or less, as I mentioned, a little bigger apartment, and we have made very less units. Let me tell you that. Only 24 3-bedrooms, and we're talking about 140 2-bedrooms. The bathrooms, once again, how they look for the 3 beds that we have designed in the entire project, and that's the bedroom in the 3 bedrooms. If you look at the paneling there, each panel has been designed with a leather embossed stitching sitting right behind your headboard. And last but not the least, that's the facade. This is how curvaceous and beautiful the building looks. Once again, guys, Treppan Serenique Residences, just 90 seconds away from the beach. Thanks a lot.
They say there are 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. But in places shaped with true vision, there's always a 6th. It begins with sight, inspired by lines that move from waves to shore, architecture that soars, gracefully moving between engineering and poetry. Then comes sound. The breath of ocean breeze, the quiet laughter of families, the gentle rhythm of life, composed to perfection. Now we reach out and touch the textures of nature, marble that cools the skin, wood that warms the soul. Every surface designed with intention. Taste and smell, the simple joy of morning coffee and evenings seasoned with serenity and belonging. And then there's the 6th sense, the one beyond the tangible, a living philosophy of sustainability and wellness. A vision brought to life by Fakhruddin Properties and Treppan Living. Here, intelligent systems anticipate every need, and every breath brings wellness. Pure water flows freely. Radiant cooling dictates the weather, and control is always in your hands. This is where technology becomes magic, and sustainability defines luxury, where every innovation serves a single purpose: to awaken all 6 senses. Today we unveil our newest masterpiece. This is Treppan Serenique. Welcome to a home where the future feels alive.
Gentlemen, let's put our hands together. The vision made tangible, the address where sustainability really meets soul. Living here, ladies and gents, will make you feel your best, your healthiest, most confident version of yourself. Let's put our hands together once again. Sustainable living, wellness living is what this is about. And to capture this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I invite senior leadership of Fakhruddin Properties to come forward as we commemorate this remarkable vision of future living. Come and join me, members of the press as well. Please make your way to the stage. Get yourself into your position. This really is the new paradigm of Dubai's development landscape, where wellness isn't muted, but truly manifested. Come and take your photos and your videos, ladies and gentlemen. Now, members in the audience, I can see you're really keen to take your photos as well and take a closer look, but please do remain seated. Let the press get their shot. You're going to have plenty of chances to come up on the stage and take your photos later. Members in the audience, stay where you are for me. Press, come and take your shots, come and take your videos, and then get back to your seats for me. A couple more surprises to come. Thank you so, so much. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Come and take your seats for me. More chances to come and take your videos and your photos throughout the rest of your evening. And so this is it. Our journey comes to a full circle. We began as the sun set another day here in Dubai, carrying the weight of our external words through sound, through silence, through vision. We've traveled inward this evening, and I really hope you felt the soul of tonight's event, discovering that value of home is measured in more than just square feet. Ladies and gents, dinner is on the way, so as we step back into the Dubai night, may you carry on with not the stress of decision making, but the clarity of recognition instead. You felt what it's really like to be connected with living. You've witnessed the future of smart living, and our team remains present for you to continue the conversation in whichever way serves best. The journey towards conscious living doesn't end here, it only just begins. Ladies and gents, some more chances to take your videos and your photos. Dinner is now served, so once again, thank you so much for joining us. A good night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Dinner is now served. Enjoy the rest of your evening.